outside the Javis Center for the No Apartheid for Israel Amazon rally. You know, you have a lot of people here. It's gonna start 12:30. It's here start a little early. You know what I mean? So let's see what they got here. You know, Javis Center. I'm outside for the AWS event, AWS Summit, hosted by Amazon. But outside right now, there's going to be a protest about tech workers being united against apartheid and Amazon stopping past power mass surveillance. So you see inside, I mean, I know I can't go inside because they real strict. I think they know I'm with them now. They got a lot of security, a lot of baggage pickup. You got mad guards here. You got off-duty retired cops here. You know, they trying to do their job, not trying to get in their face. So you see, they got the scanners here, video surveillance. I'm saying, yeah. You do your job. I know you do your job. Not yeah. So video surveillance. So a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Let me get out because I don't want to be disrespectful. You know what I mean? I'm here to cover the event. I'm not here to cause trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be beef with people and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So you have Raphael Shumatov here. He's doing his thing. You know, a lot of people. You go. So you have here. So it starts 12:30. You know what I'm saying? It starts 12:30. So let's see here. Hey, what's up? How you doing? My name is Chris, by the way. Nice to meet you. So you're part of AWL, Aldo, or Amazon? Oh, cool. Amazon. All right, cool. Thanks for doing this. You know? Yeah. So we got. Thank you. So yeah, you have a lot of tech workers from Amazon. They protested in Israel. You know, it's America. We had a right to stop power mass surveillance. Yep. So thank you. Every right to protest this way.
Good, right, not hard. And then also like internet buffer pricing, sucks. Hell yeah.
The Northlands? What I do? It's humid. Yeah, that's how it looks in here. You know what I mean? It's real hot. It's hot out here, but, you know, it's good for a good cause, you know? Live tweeting and live Facebooking. So you see here, I'm live tweeting, live Facebooking right now. So you see, you have Amazon tech workers here. You know, they're here to organize, they're here to do their thing. Javis Center down here. Well, tell me which ones you got.
Yeah, and I slouch too.
So in my personal capacity, I see in my personal capacity, and you know, it's a lot of people. It's not a lot, but it's a good amount. You know, so a lot of people here. A lot of people here. No press pass. A lot of people here.
No. I see the thing is, that's right.
I'm gonna go live because like show y'all like anything happens, we're live. I mean, not recorded, not pre-taped. It's live. You know what I mean? I got a little early. Trains are crazy. Over on, I believe over there on the 10th Avenue side, there was like a crane fell. So that's sad. Hope everybody's okay over there. You know, firefighter got hurt over there, but you know it's sad. I mean, it's crazy. So people handing out flyers. You know, it's America. People write the express their freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Much as people might not like it, but freedom of speech, right? Freedom of speech. So we're on the public street, so they might try to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on the public street saying stuff they don't want to hear. But you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's whatever. It's America. We're the freest country in the world. Everybody say this, and most people might not like it, but people might not like it at all. But people have the right to say what they have to say. Unlike other places where you can get locked up for saying stuff like that, right? You say you get locked up for saying stuff like that. So this is what it is. I'm in my personal capacity, so this is what it is right here. It's how it looks.
Human rights violations and apartheid.
Members of ALU.
Hey, sir, would you like a flyer? Hi, sir, would you like a flyer? Hi, sir, would you like a flyer?
So I'm going back over there. What's up, man? They do their job, man. They trying to do their job. Now it's hot. Nobody will be out here. They gotta be out here and make sure we don't do anything crazy. But these people, they ain't gonna do anything crazy. They just gonna protest. It's America. What's up, man? Yeah, I think one of the supervisors right here. Make sure we don't probably go inside doing no wild shit, but I don't think they're doing no wild shit. That's a fact. I doubt it. My doubt is like low. So don't expect anything, guys. These people ain't. They just here to protest, which is a right to protest. Make sure I pick that up. And a right to protest and stuff, and that's what it is. But I gotta see what we gotta see what we could. Yeah, we gotta see what we can protest because like we about the entrance. You see right here entrance, and they be fucking with people when we about the entrance. Even like it's not even open. It's a turbo energy, right? They still start fucking with about the energy and shit. So you see a lot of CDI digital. They pay for those trucks to go up and down, drive around the center because eventually people try to promote their products here too. Remember, AWS is like basically they do like I think like soft storage and stuff like that. And Amazon has a storage and they deal with storage and tech stuff. So a lot of people use their service. A lot of tech companies use their service like Google and Apple, right, and Microsoft. And IBM and CDW. You know what I'm saying? So people use that stuff like it's tech is big in New York City, it's big in New York State. So you gotta remember that. I've been to a few tech rallies myself. I've been tech events myself, and there's a lot of money in that stuff. It's a lot of money, and if you have a lot of money, it's good to invest in tech. You know what I mean? That's my advice. It's good to invest in tech when if you're in New York, it's a good investment because you get a good return. But it starts doing something like this, but you know they shouldn't be profiting out of this stuff. I mean that's my thing. So here live, you know, see people handing out flyers and stuff. Empower Change promoted the event and they tagged the DSA, they tagged a lot of organizations, but I checked the likes, they didn't even like it.
Whether people should move or not. What's the human rights Why aren't you going after like Saudi Arabia and like countries that have way worse human rights abuse? Why are you going after Israel? Which is not a perfect. Hold on a second. Israel is not a perfect democracy, but there's way worse. There's way worse countries to go after. And I don't want to be filmed.
Well, it's a public street, so. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so yeah, here's a public street. It's.
You can talk more about this. Go after the countries that are that put their women in burqas and are really abusing people. Just go after Israel because you're anti-Semitism.
So, see here, yeah, somebody that supports Israel, you know, and it's a public street. If it's inside, it's not there. It's a public street. Nothing you can do. It's a public street. I got enough footage anyway to put on Twitter, so I'm putting it on right now. Yeah, this is that's it. I have them live. I mean, that's why we go live because go live for stuff like this. I usually don't go live for stuff like this, but I had to go live because like just in case something happens, it's live stream. And the thing is, it's gonna be saved. So there's an exit over there, there's an entrance. So when they do the rally, you know, you gotta see when we gonna do this at.
Cloud contracts.
They might start fucking with us. Shout out Linda Star Show, by the way. Shout out Linda.
You know about the cloud contract there with the idea?
So. So there's a lot of people. But the only advantage is being here, it got some nice high power AC. So that's the good thing. Other than that, we're gonna be out in the hot sun.
Trying to stop the cloud contract with the idea.
So people here, peacefully handle our flyers, man. America, we're right to do this stuff. Much people might not like the stuff, but we have the right to hand the stuff out, you know? Making sure they don't get in no trouble, that's why we live. I mean, we have mass security, mad cops, mad retired cops. I think these guys here don't even want to be out here, but they have to because we're out here, right? They want to be inside, I know. I used to do security for 10 years. I want to be inside too. But anytime the protests and there's an event, you got to put a guard outside. So it's nothing like crazy. It's just what it is. Anytime there's a rally, you got to put a guard out. You got to police a guard outside. But play like they play like supervisors. But most of the guys you hear are retired cops, retired NYPD and like FBI and state police and stuff like that. So they've been doing that for 20 years or 25 years or 30 years, 22 years. I mean, so they don't care. They getting paid a lot of money to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. All power to the people. We got free Palestine, right, y'all? Rockford Shimatov here. Jews with economic racial justice. So they closing the door. I think they're gonna keep on doing it, man. It's like people crazy, right? Not good amount of people here. Like I said, I saw the tags. They tagged DSA. They tagged everybody. NYPD here. What's up? What's up, boys? They're doing good, man. I think it's legal here. Yeah, legal. Yeah, what's up? You have community affairs here. You got legal. What's up? Legal community affairs. And he be at all the rallies, man. This guy be at all the rallies. They be at all the rallies, man. So they know who these people are, man. See, it's not, Patty, I don't think they're gonna do anything crazy. It's gonna rally. Say we need to stop Israel, and that's it. Move that along, right? What's up, man? So, like I said, yeah, every right to rally. Every right to rally is America. ALU is here. J Red, J Fred, JBP, Al Alda. You know, it's a lot. Empower Change. They do right there in the gray. It's a Empower Change. So, you know. Go live. Hope they won't delete the live because what's the rally about? I know they be playing that game, like trying to get rid of, shut down content that talk about stuff. You know, it's America. But you know, it's not my platform. So we're here live. ALU is here. Shout to ALU, Chris Smalls. Shout to Chris Smalls. Chris Smalls gets in there, he started from the bus stop. And now they're here. You know, they in the top. But we here right now at Amazon, Javis Center. Shout out to Javis Center. This is the bit, by the way. We got exit only. Exit only. Entrance on the other side. media guy here. So this is gonna be not bad at all. So 3 minutes, 12:30, and it's gonna hopefully officially start, but start a little early because we'll see what's going on. In this case, people like to lie. Oh, it was doing this, doing that. I got it on video. I got it live. You don't lie, but I'm live. So yeah, People's Forum here. People's Forum. They're here. Oh, it's up.
Creating resources, toolkits, but then also figuring out like their district, and we're able to connect them with our network that are there, and then vote bank, text bank, and so on. Hey, how you doing, sir? I got it. Workers against apartheid.
Right, like to be able to like
One takes it. Yeah, they see it. They see it. That's all that matters.
Oh, your sign is like upside down. Like you put it, it's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Nah, it's like upside down, like you got, yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah, don't, nah, it's all right, you good. have somebody arguing, like somebody support Israel, arguing with these people here. You know what I mean, this is my advice, right? It's America. People like to protest, people like to rally and stuff like that. Like, yeah, people like to carry this, carry that, carry that, carry that, right? But this is my advice to anybody out here, man. Don't engage, because you're not going to win. It's America. They right to say what they got to say. So just don't engage. I mean, just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? You won't like it, just move on. I mean, just go somewhere else. Leave your location and then go to position. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know it said it was supposed to come soon from ABT, but yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, Danny. There's Sarah, okay.
AW.
Good to see you.
So that's my advice, please, because it's too hot. It's too hot to be fighting out here, man. Like, I don't care the argument. It's just too hot to be fighting, man, because it's not worth it. It's stupid. Stupid fighting for what? I don't know.
Amazon powered human rights violation.
Make a note to let you know once we have regular meetings. Sure, yeah. So if Aldo's here.
We should actually have a time. Amazon powers human rights violations in apartheid. Amazon powers human rights violations in apartheid. Violations in apartheid. Amazon powers human rights
start gathering over here. Right.
It's all right, it's all right, it's all right.
Really appreciate y'all being here. I'm checking out all these. Like, hey, it's nice of you to be around.
Cool, thank you.
It's like slob.
Come to our Seattle fundraiser and then
ALU, come over right now. Support ALU.
they're gonna go
You to turn it up?
Got it. I think it's up.
Let's check. Hey, the revolution has rhythm, huh? All right. I'm going to kick this off. If folks have any issues hearing me, just make a little hand motion to make sure we can be as audible as possible for folks. And let's get started. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today in support of Amazon workers standing up for Palestinian human rights and for being here to stand up. My name is Danny and I'm a national field organizer. Thank you. I'm a national field organizer with Media Justice. I'm happy to be here joining y'all from Virginia today because we recognize that the campaigns that we work on together, right, are not just by neighborhood, right, are not by city, are not by state, but these are global fights that we are all part of. So today is historic. Just to convey the message to folks, you're trying to silence us, right? From what I know, we all have a right to speak up.
We will speak.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard growing up in this country. Supposedly, we have a right to free speech, yes or no? Right? But what we've also learned over time is that dudes like that actually try to shut us up all the time to defend corporations like Amazon, right? So I'm just going to share briefly right now that today is historic because this is the first time that Amazon tech workers are demonstrating at an Amazon event against their company's contract with Israeli apartheid. This is the first time that we're joining together with tech workers and warehouse workers who are all organizing to ensure our communities can live in safety. From Amazon warehouse workers laboring under the watchful eye of the company's oppressive work quotas, to Palestinians facing surveillance at Amazon powered checkpoint on the way to work.
That's right. Woo.
So, a couple of quick announcements, just housekeeping announcements. As y'all see, there are some haters around here trying to bother us. We do have a police liaison, homie right here, Ryan. So if anybody comes up and needs support, just hit up Ryan. We also have, if a reporter comes by or anything like that, we have a press liaison. Jane's right here. And so Jane can help out with that. And then we also know that there are a lot of people here who are active already in organizing, but some of y'all might want to learn about what's going on, right? And so you can hit up Dave.
Over there. Right there.
Shamir.
Shamir right there.
Now.
Right here.
Or Danny.
Right here.
And they can share more about what's going on, why we're out here, and what you can do to join this fight. And so we're here because nearly 2 years ago, while the Israeli military bombed Gaza, killing hundreds, Amazon and Google executives signed the $1 billion Project Nimbus cloud contract with the Israeli military and government. They knew that this contract would provide services to every part of the Israeli apartheid government and parts of the military, powering everything from the agencies that expand segregated settlements that force Palestinian families out of their homes. We're here because nearly 2 years ago, a small group of Palestinian, Muslim, Arab, and anti-Zionist Jewish and other allied Amazon and Google tech workers in their shared grief and rage came together and started organizing because they decided that they did not want to build, market, sell, or in any way have their labor contribute to Israeli apartheid. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna transition off of the mic because we're not gonna try to deal with extra nonsense that they're gonna try to force on us, all right? Got a megaphone?
Yep.
since people started organizing, right, hundreds of Amazon and Google tech workers have signed on to the campaign pushing for no tech for apartheid, have led teach-ins to educate their co-workers, and even rallied along with hundreds of community supporters across the country. Last September, in the first direct action of its kind involving tech workers from two of the biggest tech companies in the world. As the Israeli apartheid government and military, collaborating with Israeli settlers, is escalating violence against Palestinians right now, such as the attack we just saw in Jenin and the Jenin refugee camp, where the Israeli military killed at least 11 Palestinians and 4,000 Palestinian refugees had to flee for their lives. We are standing with workers who say, no tech for apartheid, and we will continue to do so until Amazon and Google cut this contract. What do we say? No tech for apartheid!
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 All right, friends. I think we're now going to hear from our first speaker. We know that this action, we're all out here right now, right? Showing the public what this is about. But folks inside had to hear it too, right? Folks inside needed to make sure that these demands are being directly delivered to the executives who are responsible for this violence and enabling tech weapons. And so I want to first off appreciate the folks who took direct action inside, because it's not easy, right? It's not easy. We know we're doing the right thing, but there are a ton of people who are hating on us, as we have seen even just out here flyering. So imagine what it's like to be inside delivering these demands. So thank you all for taking this action. And so I want to introduce first Sumaya Awad, who is a Palestinian.
Disruptors first.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Disruptors first. So who's first? Who's the first speaker? Y'all here?
Hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much for being here. I was part of a team that interrupted the keynote address of the Vice President of AWS. It was exhilarating. And I'll tell you what, for every boo that I heard, I saw twice as many people look at me and nod. For every flyer that I handed out after I got out of that room, I got 3 times as many nods. We are winning the war of public image. People are now hearing what's going on in Palestine. They're hearing what's going on with the corporate sponsorships. And we delivered that message to a whole room here just to be here for Amazon. I'm now going to turn it over to my other colleagues. Thank y'all.
Hi there. Yes, I was the last of the 5 of us disruptors, and I got to see everybody shout and get booed and all of that, and nobody around me knew that the next person who's going to shout is going to be right next to them. So it was yes, it was definitely exhilarating, especially since my voice isn't even that good today, and I just had to go shout through it and say, I don't care if my throat hurts, because the Palestinians need us there, and they need us to destroy their image, and their Swami's entire intro speech basically was disrupted by the 5 of us shouting out.
I was also one of the disruptors, and I just want to add that as an Indian American, a lot of the people in the crowd looked like me. They looked like my aunties and uncles, and it just reminds me more that we have a commitment towards getting our communities to care, especially when they feel apolitical, because that apoliticalness is silence, and that silence is complicity. So I really hope that we can bring this back to our communities. And as someone who felt like a lot of people in that space look like me, it just reminded me more of just bringing more people who are like me into this conversation as well, because we are very much a part of this tech apartheid, Hindutva Zionism kind of coalition that is here to oppress workers, to oppress Palestinians, to oppress minorities, etc.
Hi everyone! I was also a disruptor today. I was so grateful to be a part of this movement so that we could tell all of the Amazon executives that there is no business as usual while people are dying. As a tech worker myself, and also as an Indian American, when I saw Swami Siva Subramanian, the vice president of AWS, up there, I felt like we had to let him know that today and all days, we are going to show our solidarity to the Palestinian people.
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Thank you!
Let's keep it going with some chants. Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid.
Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid. Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid. Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid. Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid. Amazon, Amazon, you can't hide. Complicity in apartheid.
All right, can y'all hear me? Yeah! All right. I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Laith, who is a Palestinian American engineer who works at Amazon Games and who has been organizing alongside other Amazon workers against Project Nimbus.
All right, guys, I'm going to try and yell so you can hear me. Thanks, everybody. Good afternoon. As our host said, my name is Laith Abad, and I'm a software engineer at Amazon, and I am a first-generation Palestinian American. Thank you, everybody. As such, I'm here to express my deep concern with the Israeli military and government's contract with Amazon and Google, known as Project Nimbus. This contract provides powerful technology to an army that's been accused of war crimes, and a government that's enforcing a repressive system of apartheid, a crime against humanity, according to Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, the United Nations, the Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem, and others. Palestinian families live every day under deeply intrusive surveillance, in fear of violence, being forced out of their homes, and even death. More so, the Israeli government continues to build illegal settlements in Palestinian land, ignoring international law and forcibly displacing the Palestinian people who have lived in those lands for generations. My own father was ethnically cleansed from his home in Palestine, as well as many other relatives by the very same Israeli government we're protesting today. That's why I'm here, for my family, for my other relatives, and for the millions of other Palestinian families who have been affected. This is obviously deeply personal to me, and I know I'm not alone by seeing all your wonderful faces. As an Amazon employee and Amazon customers, we want to ensure that the tech we build and sell and use does not harm our communities and those of our users. People want to see Amazon take responsibility and lead the way on ending tech-driven human rights abuses. Amazon's business model must stop powering oppression, division, and discrimination. This is why Amazon and Google have to cut their contract with the Israeli government. Amazon can still be on the right side of history. They should listen to us, their own workers, Palestinian human rights organizations, the other communities that are being harmed by Amazon technology. That's why we've been organizing for over 2 years now with our fellow workers at Google, and how we will continue to come together and demand no tech for apartheid until all Palestinians can live in freedom and have their basic human rights. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
For apartheid!
For apartheid! For
another one, Free Free Palestine. And then the response, no more tech for Israel's crimes. All right? Yeah. Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Free Free Palestine.
No more tech for Israel's crimes.
Look, I love technology. It's great. It does cool stuff. But it's also used in very dangerous and harmful ways. And we know that it's corporations like Amazon and Google that are enabling government racist agendas, right, across the globe. And a lot of this work that we're doing is across issues. It's the same thing, right? It's the same players. Across communities, same. And throughout the program, we're going to hear from different speakers who are going to talk to this, including right now, Sumaya Awad, a Palestinian organizer and director of strategy for the Adalah Justice Project. And she's also a member of NYC PSA.
I'm gonna do my best to yell, but I don't have a very loud voice, so you can tell me if you need me to raise my voice. This project, this contract, Project Nimbus, that Amazon and Google have with Israel is violence. It's a violent contract because it uplifts and it entrenches apartheid and ethnic cleansing and occupation and settler colonialism. It entrenches Israel's military surveillance system. It entrenches checkpoints and apartheid walls. It entrenches Israel's decade-plus long occupation and surveillance and imprisonment of 2 million plus Palestinians in Gaza. That is what this contract does. What it does is it entrenches this military technology that Israel has been testing on millions of Palestinians for decades. It has been testing them on Palestinians and then exporting this technology to the world. And Google and Amazon are saying, yes, we support this. Project Nimbus includes a specific agreement with Israel's land authority. This is the authority that's responsible for kicking Palestinians out of their homes, expelling them, forcing them out overnight, and then giving their homes, their lands, to Israeli settlements, to Israeli settlers. In fact, we saw this happen just last week in occupied East Jerusalem with the Sob Laban family, a Palestinian family that has lived in that home for decades. And you know what? Israel came, they took them out. They left their furniture in there. Their milk was in that same fridge. Their food in the fridge. Israeli settlers came in the next day and took it over. The same furniture, the same food, and they taunted those Palestinians right outside of their home. They taunted them. This is what this contract entrenches. This kind of theft, this mass organized theft, that is what Amazon and Google are saying that they not only support, but they want to help build it. They want to help build it. Workers built this technology. Hell yeah! Not Amazon and Google, not those people up top. It's workers. It's the workers here today. They build it. They build it every single day when they go to work. When they come home at night, they're building this technology. And absolutely, they should have a say in how it's used. Absolutely, they should have a say in how their labor is used every day, where it goes. They have a right to demand that their labor, their work, these products that they create are not used in the service of apartheid, are not used in the service of ethnic cleansing and occupation, and yes, war crimes. This month we saw Sierra Club workers rally and organize. It's been 2 years. And they passed a resolution affirming their solidarity with Palestinians. And pledging to investigate their union's funds and anything related to apartheid Israel. This week we have Amazon and Google workers here and other tech workers rallying after 2 years, the 2 years of this campaign, and saying no tech for apartheid. We're seeing workers around the country, from UPS to the Actors Guild, to Amazon, to Google, and the list goes on and on and on. They're demonstrating their workers' power. They're demonstrating that they deserve higher wages, better benefits, and a say in how their labor is used. They're demonstrating workers' power because we know that workers run the world. They have this power, and that is why this campaign is so inspiring. This is why this campaign is not going to die. It's not going to be forgotten and shoved under the rug. We will continue to support Amazon and Google workers as they say, no tech for apartheid. We refuse to have our labor used in the service of war crimes. These are war crimes. You cannot divorce workers from the product of their labor. You just can't do it. That's why workers are so powerful. That's why every big campaign, every change we've seen in the world, it happens from the bottom up, and that means workers. And that's why we're here today. And that's why we're going to keep supporting these Amazon and Google workers. Keep saying no tech for apartheid. We refuse to allow these companies to use their workers to produce products that then they take overseas to kill Palestinians, to surveil Palestinians, to imprison Palestinians. And we're setting a precedent because we know it's not just this contract with Israel. We know there are more contracts coming with other governments, with other violations of human rights. So this is just the start, and we're not ending here. No tech for apartheid.
What do we do? Stand up like that! When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! When Palestinian rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! 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 So, I'm gonna share just a little bit about my work and like why I organized against Amazon. There are plenty of reasons why we should, right? Plenty of reasons.
Too many.
Too many. So I'm here from Virginia, and maybe folks heard, right? But there was this whole ordeal about a second headquarters for Amazon. I know y'all kicked their asses out. Wonderful. Because whenever y'all won, we knew we were winning too, right? Because our fights are connected. They still opted to keep building in Arlington, Virginia though. Why? We knew because the government's right there, because the Pentagon's right there, because they're trying to expand this violence, right? And if they can be close to the empire, they can be right there making the decisions and expanding the tech weapons that they are providing to these governments, right? So in Northern Virginia, we had been organizing for a few years around issues affecting our communities, like policing, right? Like ICE. For a while, Virginia has had the biggest ICE prison in the Mid-Atlantic region, called Farmville Detention Center. In Arlington County, where I've organized, one of the campaigns that we started was ICE out of Arlington, because one of our friends had a fender bender, and he got pulled over by the police, and the police asked him for his immigration status, and called ICE on him and held him on the street for hours, until they came and picked him up. What he told me about, though, is I don't know what they were doing. He said, they pulled me up, they took pictures of me on the street, they ran him through some database in their car, and then they said, we're going to call ICE on you. Despite the fact that he had an ID, his driver's license from his home country, right? Despite the fact that he wasn't even at fault of anything in the situation. But that's the system of criminalization, of tracking people, of data extraction, and then using that and weaponizing it against our people. This same neighborhood where this happened is also where hundreds of families have been being pushed out already in the past few years since Amazon started building there. We've seen families see rents go up hundreds of dollars a year. We saw 80 families lose their homes in a matter of a month so that the property owners can flip it and then charge those apartments that used to cost $1,200. Now they're $900,000 townhomes. Almost $1 million to be able to buy a house there. People who live there can no longer afford it, right? Also, Virginia is unfortunately the host of all of the things that Amazon's trying to build through its data centers, right? There's a huge concentration of data centers in Virginia, and so we know that whenever there's police, that they have technology given to them by Amazon, it's being hosted in those data centers. Whenever technology is given to the Israeli government for apartheid, it's being hosted in those data centers. It's Amazon Web Services that is killing people. And on top of all of this, it's government as well that is literally subsidizing these corporations, literally taking our public funds and giving them to these companies so that they can go and keep killing people, keep displacing communities, keep harming us, right? Displacement, and I bring all of this up just because it's, like I'm saying, it's all connected, right? Amazon is displacing our people over there in Northern Virginia. Amazon is displacing people in Palestine. Point blank, right? That's what's happening. The fight against Amazon truly is a fight for life, right? Where it's a fight for housing justice. It's a fight for safety, true safety, right? Safety from state violence. Safety from being watched all the time. It also is making sure that we can have communities together, families together. And that's impossible when we have a prison industrial complex. That's impossible when we have mass surveillance and criminalization. And that's impossible when our people are being pushed out of their homes. Safety is impossible, and it is impossible under those conditions. And so, again, we are organizing because we are seeking life. We want to live and thrive. And the reality is that politicians who are supporting these corporations are in the way of that vision, that these corporations are actively fighting against our vision of life and collective liberation. And so I just want to help do my part, and I invite all of you to also contribute however we can. I appreciate everybody being here, but this shit is tiring, right?
Yes, sir.
This shit is tiring.
Emotionally.
These people have endless resources. Literally, 24/7, they can be fucking us all the time in so many different ways. And but we need to truly build, organize, and have each other's back. And from there, I believe that we can win. So, one more thing that we also have been working on supporting in Virginia is the fight for justice for Pushan Brown. I know the friends from ALU are here. Their union, they actually named their union hall after Pushan. She was a worker in Springfield, Virginia at a warehouse, and she got assigned to do COVID testing with other workers at that job site, and she died suddenly in her sleep. Amazon never responded, never supported, never did anything. But if we think about it, right, this was in the pandemic. This is Amazon with endless money, and they had other workers testing other workers without any PPE, without any medical training, without any real support. And then somebody died, and they still didn't care, right? Workers have been dying in their warehouses a lot, unfortunately. And so for them, it's about the money, right? We saw the pandemic, they kept making money while our people suffered and died. And I want to now shout out ALU. ALU, yo, mad love. For real, for real. The way that y'all have taken on Amazon directly, right, and the power and the impact that y'all have made is, like, you can't put it into words, right? That's just real. And I want to say thank you because, like, for real, like, when we're in Virginia, we're scrapping in our little organizations, and we're like, man, what the fuck can we do? And y'all came through and it's like, hey, we can do this. We can do this. So I want to introduce Jordan Flowers and Gerald Bryson, the co-founders and organizers of ALU.
Hi, I'm Gerald Bryson, co-founder. Jordan Flowers here, co-founder. Thank you for having us here. Real quick, we don't have a lot of time, so I remember when I was working for Amazon and they were tracking us. You know, like when you were here doing your assignment, but you had to go to the lunchroom, which is that silver building over there, and you were expected to get there within 15 minutes, eat, and then get back over here. Right. So all that tracking stuff is something that started with just simple keeping, trying to police workers, you know, and it's been elevated to a new level. When I was terminated, I first found out about the profiling system that Jeff was making. It also includes, whether you want to believe it or not, a lot of the employees that used to work for him. So when you get terminated, don't think that your information is going in the garbage. It's going into the profile system, which you know, I'm sorry to say I had no idea until last week that Google had anything to do with this. But I've been talking about this since I've been fired. And I think people kind of levitated more to my termination than when I was actually telling these reporters they have a profile system. They have a profile system. And lo and behold, today, here we are, and they're trying to oppress the Palestinian people with this same bullshit. You know, they want to sell it there, and they're going to try to sell it to other world governments too. So don't think it stops here with the Palestinians. It's going any place else. Right. You know, because that was the main, and I talked about this, but I'm going to pass off, and I'm just going to say, you know, power to the Palestinian people. We fight up because, you know, when we fight, we win.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Flowers, and I would like to say that the $1.22 billion that they're funding to the Israeli government is a shame. That they should invest back to their workers, get these wages, because inflation's going up, rent's going up, and a lot of workers now are fearing for their jobs the same way Palestinians are fearing to live in their homes right now. I stand here today in solidarity that workers are feared to lose their jobs, to fight back for the workers who are losing their jobs. I'm here to stand in solidarity with the Palestinians who are afraid to lose their homes. They shouldn't have to have that fear to lose their homes, and that these companies should be held accountable on criminal charges. That these are, sorry, that they should have nothing to do with the Israeli government, and that they should be held accountable for all charges against them and workers, and such as us, who have to fight every day for workers' safety, rights, and such as Busan, her daughter, who is motherless now, and was only offered 6 weeks counseling and wasn't paid for a funeral for her. She is a single, she's by herself. No father, no mother, and Amazon only offered 6 weeks counseling. Yeah, that's what they get. This is why we are here today, to fight back, and everyone should have their chance to say that Amazon needs to be held accountable, Google should be held accountable, and the Israeli government should be held accountable for all charges and crimes.
Oh, one more thing, you know, power to the tech people that run this boat. And
yes, definitely power to the tech people. Thank you.
I forgot homie's name, but there's another member of ALU.
song for ALU? Fire, yo. Everybody's
I was
got it.
actually gonna bring him up today too, but he didn't answer me.
Awesome.
Busy
But yeah.
making songs.
Huh?
Busy making
Yeah,
songs.
he's busy making cool. While y'all still here. Ain't no power like the power of the workers because of the work.
Power of the workers don't stop.
Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the workers because the power of the workers don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the workers because the power of the workers don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the workers because the power of the workers don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the workers because the power of the workers don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the workers because the power of the workers don't stop. All right. I want to introduce now Linda Sarsour, who is a Palestinian-American organizer based in New York and co-founder and executive director of Empower Change.
So first of all, thank you for being out here because it is hot outside. It is hot outside. So I appreciate you all for being out here. Shout out to our friends at Athena, to Lau, to all the organizers that make these things happen. To our friends at JVP, this doesn't happen just like that. There are people that organize day in and day out. And there are many workers who may not be here with us today, but I want to thank the ones who are, who wanted to be here with us today. So I just want to recognize the long-standing work that goes into organizing a campaign like this and the courage that it takes to go after a multi-billion-dollar corporation and a man that is worth billions of dollars. That's right. Often we come here to give bad news, but there's a lot of good news that's happening in the world right now. Just 2 days ago, the American Anthropology Association joined the call for BDS. Back in 2016, that resolution was defeated amongst the Academy. And just 2 days ago, not only did they win, but it was an overwhelming support for joining the call for boycott, divestment, sanctions. About 71% of the Academy of Anthropologists actually voted for this resolution. So that's just one example of many showing the shift of where people are coming when it comes to Palestinian liberation. I feel optimistic, and I know there are a lot of people that might feel differently. You can't have a democracy with apartheid, and we've been saying that for decades. But I guess the people of Israel just woke up and found that out too. So welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. I'm not going to lie to you, I do get a sense of satisfaction in my heart as I watch the resistance happening in Israel against the democracy. Now, I know it ain't because they care about me or my family, or at least some of them don't. But I do like to see a democracy crumble from within, and it ain't got nothing to do with us. And that's what we needed to happen to get everybody to understand the long-standing work and education and resistance that this movement has had for decades. And that's because of all of you. So when you come out to these rallies, when you come to hold Amazon accountable, don't say that, oh, what has happened, what has changed. So much change is happening. People are coming to our side, and people are gravitating toward the right side of history. So I'm just feeling optimistic. Everybody can feel what they want. I feel optimistic. I know that this young generation and the upcoming generation is standing with all of you. And I know a lot of our seasoned folks have continued to be steadfast to bring us to this place too. So I appreciate the folks that I've been seeing in the streets of New York City for the last over 3 decades. So I appreciate you. So I'm just excited. I feel energized. Even with all, just so you know, and I talk to my beloved people in Palestine on a daily basis. And as you know, a lot of Palestinian Americans, for the first time in over 3 decades, were able to enter through the Ben Gurion airport. They were able to go from the river to the sea to visit family that they had been separated from. So I'm watching their joy. And I want you all to know that while the Palestinian people are suffering oppression, brutality, and murder and genocide at the hands of the state of Israel, they're still resilient. They understand that with liberations comes risk, comes loss of life, and they will be steadfast. So you never got to worry about the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people will always exist. They will always rise up. And one day, if not the adults today, but our children and grandchildren will enjoy a free and liberated Palestine that is a democracy for all people, where everyone feels respected and loved. Y'all said everything you need to say about this man right here. There's no reason for any billionaire, including Jeff Bezos, to exist in a nation where we have people who cannot even pay their rent and feed their children. That should exist, and Jeff Bezos is one of them. But if you are going to be a billionaire, the least that you can do is treat your workers with dignity and respect. Pay your workers not only a living wage, but a wage where they can thrive. The reason why you're a billionaire is because of the work that your workers do every single day to serve the American people and to serve people all over the world. So that's the least that we can do, and the least that he can do. Our job and our responsibility is to hold corporations like Google and Amazon accountable, and that is what you all have been doing, continue to do, and I will always be a soldier in the army to hold tech companies accountable for their complicity in violence against marginalized people here and abroad. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Are we doing? You are all very capable of doing two-line chants, folks. We're going to say free, free Palestine, no tech for Israel's crimes. Free, free Palestine!
No tech for Israel's crimes. Free, free Palestine. No tech for Israel's crimes.
Free, free Palestine!
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 No tech for Israel's crimes.
All right, now I want to introduce Mohammed, who is a software engineer at Google and a worker organizer with the Alphabet Workers Union. All right, what's up, everyone? Thank you all so much for coming out today and supporting tech workers in our efforts. My name is Mohammed. I'm a software engineer at Google and a proud member and organizer in the Alphabet Workers Union, CWA. We represent the vast number of our workers who feel like we've been cornered. We represent the vast number of Googlers who came to this company with promises of working on exciting projects for the future. At Google, our mission is supposed to be centered around organizing the world's information. It is supposed to be about making the world universally accessible. We are sold on impactful products. Google Search for a user experience that opens the door for many people to get information. Google Translate that connects people through language. I personally work in YouTube Music, where theoretically I can bring people the music they enjoy and give outstanding musicians a platform to share their art. We were all sold on this mission that our company brings excellence and impact together. And today, we feel slighted, betrayed, and offended that our co-workers are being asked to cast our mission to the wayside and instead work on military contracts with the violent, racist, apartheid entity called Israel. Some of the brightest minds I've ever known work in the Google campus down the road. And instead of tapping into their potential for greatness and brilliance, they're asked to tap into greed, to build technologies that will uphold the Israeli apartheid machine. It is not acceptable for workers to come into the office and contend with an ethical dilemma over a cup of coffee. We shouldn't have to break down in horror at what we are producing and who we are producing it for. The struggle for Palestinian liberation is also very personal and important to me. I'm a Muslim, and I wonder how anyone can say a working environment is safe and inclusive if every day I'm being asked to betray my people, to choose between financial stability and human dignity. No Googler or tech worker, Muslim or otherwise, wants to be a pawn in the institution of the military. And we are tired of being asked to continue normalizing this work and collaborating on this work. Googlers and tech workers do not want to feel dread and fear at what we create and who we empower. successful without supporting apartheid and ethnic cleansing, without raising serious ethical concerns for the company and its workers.
That's right.
Success is possible without being straight up evil.
That's right.
So that's why we say no tech for apartheid. I want to make it clear that Googlers do not support military contracts. We do not support corporate greed over the ethical concerns of workers. We do not support greed over good. Google and Amazon need to do the right thing and cancel the contract. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! No more tech for Israel's time! Free Palestine! No more tech for Israel's time! Free Palestine! No more tech for Israel's time!
Right there. Yes. I'm on Instagram for everything.
All right.
I'm tagging the
I want
hashtag
to make
now.
sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, so just a couple more things. I just want to encourage us all to identify the common theme that we have here today, which is, I think, self-determination, right? Whether it's the right for us to remain in our homes, that we get to choose that, whether it's the right for us to live and do labor that is for good, right? And that we can actually produce things that are helpful, not harmful. Also the right and the demand that we should be able to determine what happens with our public funds, right? That workers should have living wages, thriving wages, guaranteed homes, that we need health care, that we need education, quality, good education, that teachers should get paid, right? But all of these politicians and corporations are in the way of that. And so I'm inviting everyone to continue to organize, continue to push however you can. And I also want to remind us that we're going for our people, right? There are plenty of haters. There are plenty of people here who came and bothered us. We're not worried about them, right? We know that our folks are out here and want to organize, and that's what we're caring about, and that's what we want our message to get to and keep building, right? Because that's how we're going to keep winning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Woo!
And at the same time, I also just want to say, we're not going to get to winning by being surveilled all the time. We're going to get to winning by looking out for each other, right? And caring for one another and building power. So, there are ways that you can take action. NoTechForApartheid.com/AWS. Everybody should do that. For workers as well, bit.ly/workers against Nimbus. Got it? Word. All right, so now we're going to do some chants to close out. And afterward, we'll invite everybody, if y'all want to do a group picture, please join us, all right? If you're down. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Free, free Palestine!
No more tech for Israel's time.
Okay, group photo, everybody. You can join us around here, maybe. Get together with the workers. Folks that be in the photo.
Y'all want to join the picture? Come through, come over. Yeah, if people are cool with being in the photo, join us.
It's over. Right now, they do a group photo, so after that, I'm going to cut it off. Same put on Instagram. You know what I mean?
We
So I'm log off right now.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.